Hi, welcome back to HATV. I'm Ann Malkmus.
And I'm Paul Malkmus.
And we are here today with a special guest, and her name is Darby Hilton, and she's from Cross Anchor, South Carolina. Darby, you have an incredible health testimony.
Yes, ma'am.
We can't wait to hear more. How long have you been on the Hallelujah Diet?
Most recently, 2 months.
Okay.
I've been on it since the end of October. I lost 16 pounds since then.
The end of October.
Wow.
So really, that's almost, what, 3 weeks?
It's right out there, 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, about a month. Yeah. That's a lot of weight.
16 pounds in a month.
16 pounds. While I was at the Lifestyle Center, that's where I started on it. I lost 2 pounds maybe. When I got home, I just started losing consistently, and I'm up to 16.
You know, doesn't it surprise you how easy it is to lose weight?
It's so nice because I'm eating all I want. I stuff myself, so I like to eat.
Good for you. So what other health issues did you have that you found some relief from the diet?
When I originally began the diet, I was very ill. I had come to the bottom of my rung, if you want to say, and I was on 8 medicines for depression and ADD and stomach issues and acne. I mean, the doctors really were to the point where thinking that, you know, you need to go see a psychiatrist. When they can't figure out what's wrong with you, I feel like that's kind of where they go. And I knew I actually had these ailments. And long story short, because I got, you know, a roller coaster up and down. And one day I just left work. I had yelled at my boss. I had yelled at the company owner, and it was out of my character, and it was because of the medicines. They had changed my medicine several times. And I told him, I said, I'm leaving, and I don't know when I'm coming back. And I think that was a Thursday or Friday night. I left, got home, and somebody had brought me to Reverend Malkmus' Saturday program a year before when I wasn't sick. And God brought it to my memory. You know, back then I was like, I don't know why I thought of this, but God brought it to my memory. And I called the Hallelujah Lifestyle Center, and I said, do you have any openings? They had 1 room. And I said, I'm coming, you know. And I think it started either the next day or the next day. It was like right there. I called my dad. I said, Dad, I want you to go with me. And my dad's never eaten anything green. So that kind of tells you, I didn't tell him where he was going. I just asked him to go with me.
Wow.
You suckered him.
Good thing he loves you.
It is, and he has his own testimony as far as being up there. But it was a week long. When I went, now I don't say this for everybody, but I stopped taking my medicines that day when I went. God protected me because I didn't know. I was ignorant. And
You just cold turkey went off all 8 medications.
Just stopped all of them. I thought, you know, I'm sick. I feel like I'm sick from all of this, and I can't take it anymore. This was my last hope. Hallelujah Acres Lifestyle Center was my last hope.
Remember, we don't endorse doing that.
Yes.
And I wouldn't suggest doing that ever, but I didn't know. I know now, but I didn't then. And I just stopped. And God protected me. I didn't have any withdrawals. I wasn't sick or anything. I went for the week, and when I came back, I was a different person. I had a smile that would not quit. For months, my cheeks actually hurt from smiling. Wow. I had energy beyond explanation. The people that I work with, where I used to be short-tempered and quick to get upset, I was just like, we'll handle it. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it.
And they said, who are you?
Exactly. They all wanted to know what changed. I said,
what drugs are you on now?
Exactly.
I like those drugs.
I changed my eating. And the sad part is that I had a friend, a gentleman that I worked with, similar symptoms to mine. And we had discussed that we were taking similar medicines. He passed away 2 years ago.
Oh, no.
And I'm alive. And I think the difference is the Hallelujah Acres diet.
Wow.
I really
Wow,
do.
what a life and death decision.
It was.
Wow.
Literally, I mean, that's...
And now you can go and share with other people who may have similar situations that you were in, how this diet changed your life and almost saved it.
It did save it. I've told Reverend Malkmus in tears, thank you so much for spreading the word, because without it, I really feel like I would not have made it.
Wow.
So you learned about the diet, what, about 5 years ago?
Back in 2006, I think I came to a Saturday program with someone who dragged me here. I had dragged them to something, so they were repaying the favor.
Sounds like there's a lot of dragging going on.
I heard the message, and I knew it was true, but I really didn't need it. You know, I wasn't sick, and like I said, that night I heard it, and it just was brought to my memory that
About a year later, it was brought to
a year
your memory.
later.
And now we have 3 lifestyle centers, one in Florida, one in Missouri, and one in North Carolina, and you went to the one
In North Carolina.
in North Carolina, okay.
And I try to go back every year.
Really?
I
So
do.
you've been there more than once?
I've been there 3 times. I enjoy it every time. I feel healthier every time. I learn something every time. In the beginning, it can be overwhelming because you're learning a new style of preparing and the different bases to your food. But after 3 times, I've pretty much got it. Now I can help people. That's why I've come
At the
to
center.
Yeah,
Health Minister training.
that's
so.
right. That's right.
Now, have you learned something new each time you've gone to the lifestyle center?
Oh yes, I've learned several things new, and things that I learned last time I learned better. Yeah, I know my grammar is awful, but I learned it better.
Your diet's good.
Yes, my diet's good, but I learned to build on the things I learned before. Sure. And I'm going to try not to be selfish and go every year coming up because I feel like there's people, but if they have an opening and they haven't filled it, I'll be like, hey, give me a call.
That's awesome.
So describe your experience there.
Well, it was just a training event. I mean, each time you're brought in with love. You have a schedule that you keep. There's 2 groups. We split the chores, and the chores are learning. You know, we're learning to cook. We're learning about the diet. We enjoy each other's company. We talk to each other about our testimonies. We share God, and of course, you know, everybody doesn't have to, but usually by the end of the week, everybody does. Mm-hmm. When I was there, we had a gentleman who could not walk to the door. Literally had to be helped to the door, and every day we walk. And by the end of the week, he had walked 1.5 miles without assistance.
Without assistance.
1 week.
1 week at the center.
And that's not unusual for the centers.
It's amazing. My father, the one I dragged along, who'd never eaten anything green, he was eating everything, and his regret at the end of the week was that he had not tried 2 of the meals, two portions of the meals. And he had snuck out on day 2 and tried to get a drink of Coke out of the car.
Sounds like you're telling on him.
Well, nobody else will hear it.
They know, because he told it himself. He came back, he said, I don't know what you guys have done to me, but that didn't taste good at all. That was day 2.
Well, it's really hard to believe, Darby, that you are on no meds.
No.
And you were on 8 before.
Yes.
And look
At
at the
least 8. That's
look
how
at the
many I counted
smile.
before.
Look at the
Look at
glow in your eyes.
Well,
And,
we just are
it's
so
great.
excited that you came and shared this message with us because there are many, many people here that will benefit from your testimony.
Well, I'm so thankful that you guys spread the word.
Well, thanks for coming here, and we want to thank you also for sharing with us HATV, Darby's testimony, and spending time with us. This is AM and PM, and we look forward to seeing you next time.